It is a massive Game 4 here in the NBA Finals. The Thunder and the Pacers battling. I've got Isaiah Joe here alongside me. And Isaiah, I mean, these are the moments that you guys live for, right? A great chance for you all on the road. It's you all against the world. How does this feel right now?
I mean, for what it is, it feels great. We're here playing, competing for a championship. We're amped up, ready to go. Obviously, we're down 2-1, but I think that just gives us a lot of motivation going into this next one. We know what it takes. We know what the atmosphere is going to be like. We know what the game plan is. We just got to go out there and execute.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that game plan as much as you can in terms of trying to play to your identity and be yourselves.
Yeah, I think first and foremost, you just have to be the more aggressive, the more forceful team. We know that they pick up full, so we got a few things for that. But we just have to play our brand of basketball. We have to be the ones to pick up and start the physicality battle, and just execute for 48 minutes, no matter the score of the game, and just stack up plays.
You have talked about just this opportunity that's out here in front of you all. I mean, a lifelong dream to be able to play, I'm sure, for an NBA championship. How do you handle that given the way that all season you all have been so present and in the moment? I think that's been a strength of the team.
I mean, I think it's still, the same way, just being present in the moment. Obviously, we know what's at stake here, but it's still basketball at the end of the day. Once we cross those lines, the 48 minutes still the same, still competitive, still the same sport that we know and love. So as far as that goes, I mean, it's pretty much the same. We do a really good job of staying in the present.
You managed to do something that's one of the hardest things to do in basketball last game, in Game 3, which is come in, short minutes, and be efficient and effective, a pair of threes. How did you prepare yourself for that situation, maybe in the same way that you do every single night that you're coming onto the floor?
Yeah, the same way as every other night, every other game. Just try to be consistent. Just try to be ready at all times. You never know when your number's going to get called. You never know how many minutes you're going to play. So it's just about being a professional and going out there and try to make an impact any way you can.
Given the speed that they play with on offense, how many different types of actions that they try to get to, what are some keys for you all defensively in this Game 4?
Guarding with all five and knowing that they're a versatile team just like we're a versatile team. Understanding that everybody out there is playing to win. Everybody out there can affect the game, and so we have to, take a lot of pride upon ourselves to go out there and win our matchups and, attack the game first.
One of the things that they've done to opponents over the course of the playoffs is something that you all have too, which is wear teams down over the course of a game. Mm-hmm. What's your goal in that regard in terms of trying to wear them down and so that you all are the ones that are taking advantage in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, we can't let them dictate the game, dictate the pace. That's normally us, doing that. And so when we go out there, we just have to play, like I said, play our brand no matter what they do, no matter what they throw at us. They're a really good team. They try to, keep the pace going. They try to wear down the team, but we can't let that affect us.
You all have been so tight and so connected all season long. How much is this helping you right now in these moments? I mean, I just know that you all look across the court from each other in the locker room, and it's like, these are my guys.
Yeah, I mean, it helps us a lot, especially like going through the battles with these guys, being through, all types of different experiences. We still look at this as like an opportunity. There's no place we'd rather be than here in the finals and doing it with these people. And so we all understand that, and we know that what we're playing for. We know that we have to do it for each other.
We know all of OKC, the Thunder fans across the world, they're hyped up for this tonight. Good luck out there, Isaiah.
Thank you, Nick.
That's Isaiah Joe. I'm Nick Gallo, and this is Thunder Basketball.
See, just in terms of controllables, what are kind of top of mind for you guys heading in the game?
I think just trying to influence the game for 48 minutes how we want to play. I think at time the last game, we just let them, put their imprint on the game, and we kind of tried to figure out how to adjust and maneuver around their way of basketball rather than playing, I think, the way that, is best for us, and we've had the most success with over the close season.
You guys have done such a great job all season of being able to get back to zero, respond well after a tough loss. Just what goes into that for this group, especially at this stage?
Yeah, just being there for each other in the days in between, having good self-awareness as a team and individuals on what you need to do and what you need to be better at, and then just having a deep competitive desire. Being able to set that and understand that you have your best the next game.
Is it valuable to be able to play this team just one day after versus having kind of that two-day break in between games? Or does it matter?
Yeah, I mean, I think it doesn't matter too much basketball-wise. It's probably just you got to be a little sharper on your recovery stuff and your full toe massages and stuff like that. But I prefer the one day. Nobody wants to sit around and not play. They'd rather get out there and play.
You guys have been a close-knit group all year long. Does that help going into the situation to hopefully tie this thing up?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we wouldn't be in this situation if we weren't a close-knit group, if we weren't tight. Um, we battled through adversity all year, whether it was injuries or, trying to figure out new lineups and new guys or getting to the layoffs and being down in a series, down in a game before. Like, we've been able to battle through it all year, so I expect us to handle it the same way, come out here and have our chins high and ready to go.
As you look over the game over and over again, what really stands out that can be corrected?
We probably win the battle at screens a little better on both ends. It'd be a little sharper in our coverages, a little tighter on ball screens, and then be a little better setting screens.
It seemed like Indiana was kind of able to play year-round on defense a little bit, a lot of turnovers they created. What were they kind of able to do to kind of force that stay?
Yeah, I think like I just talked about, the pressure they put into not getting screened, winning the point of attack, that was big for them. And I think the times that we handled that well, we got great shots and we were pretty efficient. And the times that we didn't, they had the impact that they've had all playoffs and kind of the playoff impact that we've had too defensively, where it takes you out of rhythm. You turn the ball over probably a little more than you should. But yeah, they've done a good job of that. And just getting back to how we've handled that all year, being forceful, getting downhill, setting good screens, winning point of attack stuff.
On the other end, the point of attack, the screening stuff. I mean, just given how, I don't even know what the word is, but the screens that they're setting seem to be in motion quite a bit and just not really firm and moving quite a bit. How do you, is it just willpower? Like what's the key there at the point of attack and dealing with screens that are sort of mushy?
Yeah, just being smart with it. I think if we can be the first at contact, I think that usually works in our favor. And then navigating stuff when they're not setting screens and when they're touch and go or sliding out, guarding the ball and being solid on that end. But usually it starts with getting into the ball and being first to contact.
I like it to make Indiana's space of being able to, I guess, fatigue out their opponent. Is that something you guys kind of felt there last game at all, or?
No, I don't think it was too much fatigue. I think it was just not winning, all the stuff that we just talked about. We gave up some uncharacteristic, offensive rebounds, that beat on point of attack too much late game, honestly, throughout the whole game. So, no, I don't think it's fatigue. I mean, they still only scored 115. And I think, we gave up 40 in the second. I mean, that probably hurt us more than anything with it, late game.